Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Savannah Chrisley's BS Murderous ex to be released on bail. Savannah Chrisley's boyfriend, Robert Shiver's estranged wife, has a history of being dangerous and somewhat unstable. She even tried to kill Robert and has been behind bars, but now, Lindsay Shriver is set to be released on bail. Keep reading for more details on this terrifying situation. Savannah Chrisley's BS Murderous ex to be released on bail. It is a very interesting situation that Savannah Chrisley has found herself in. At the beginning of 2023, her parents, Todd and Julie Chrisley, were put behind bars for a total of 19 years. Todd is serving 12 years in Pensacola while awaiting a transfer. Julie is in Kentucky serving 7 years, although she had a failed resentencing. This has been an immensely trying time for Savannah, as she became the guardian of her 2 younger siblings, Grayson and Chloe. Plus, she was advocating for her parents to be released and wanted prison reform. At the same time, she met Robert Shiver despite saying she was holding off on dating anyone. Savannah seemed to not want anything major to happen in her life until her parents were home. Robert stole her heart, but he was also still married to Lindsay Shiver. It was complicated as his estranged wife also attempted to kill him. She had an alleged murder plot laid out to unalive Robert alongside her now ex-boyfriend, Terrence Bethel, and a hitman per the Thomasville Times-Enterprise. Robert had filed for divorce when he learned that Lindsay was having an affair. According to People, Lindsay and Terrence had their bond revoked after they were found to be speaking to the press. That was a breach of their pre-trial restrictions. Therefore, they had to stay longer. Now Lindsay has been released on $100,000 bail, and as of Thursday, February 13th, should be out. She will next appear in court in August 2025, but no word on how this will affect her divorce. Savannah Chrisley made it clear that she wanted to have babies with Robert Shiver. However, the one caveat was that he had to be divorced. Lindsay Shiver being released may help the process because Savannah noted that Robert was pushing 40. Therefore, she felt he would want to have kids sooner rather than later. She has also talked about freezing her eggs due to her endometriosis, so that would be an insurance policy if it takes longer than expected. As to how she will handle his estranged wife's release is yet to be seen, or if she will address it on her podcast. Savannah Chrisley thought the worst was behind her. With her parents behind bars, a new podcast taking off, and a budding romance with a former football player turned entrepreneur, things were finally starting to feel stable. That was until the bombshell news hit like a sledgehammer. Her boyfriend's infamous ex, the woman convicted of a brutal crime that once made national headlines, had just been granted bail. Whispers turned into headlines within hours. Killer ex-girlfriend of Chrisley star's boyfriend set for release. Savannah Chrisley linked to real-life fatal attraction. It was all too surreal. The man at the center, Nate Westbrook. Savannah's boyfriend, Nate Westbrook, had charmed America. A clean-cut former college quarterback with a tragic backstory and movie star jawline, he'd been quietly dating Savannah for months before she made their relationship Instagram official, with a casual selfie captioned, "My safe place." But fans quickly dug into Nate's past. And that's when they discovered Juliet Marks. Juliet wasn't just an ex. She was the woman Nate once tried to break away from, and nearly lost his life doing so. Back in 2018, Juliet was arrested and charged with attempted murder after allegedly stabbing Nate's friend in a jealous rage, believing he was helping Nate escape her control. Though the victim survived, Juliet was convicted on lesser charges after a jury believed she had been mentally unstable at the time. Nate had gone quiet during the trial, never speaking to the media. Juliet had been in custody ever since, until now, She knows where we live. Savannah was reportedly blindsided by the news. Sources close to her claim she found out through a text message from Nate, who had just gotten off the phone with his lawyer. She knows where we live. Conditions on Juliet's bail, including an ankle monitor, psychological supervision, and a restraining order preventing her from coming within 300 feet of Nate. Savannah is said to be living in fear. She's not sleeping. Her anxiety is through the roof. A close friend of the Chrisley family told Southern Charm Weekly. She already feels like the world is watching her every move. And now this. A reality show waiting to happen. Producers from several networks are reportedly circling Savannah, offering her a spin-off reality show that would dive into the ordeal. But she's not sure if she wants to go there. She's not some tabloid character, said her manager. She's a woman trying to protect her peace, her man, and her life. Still, the idea of documenting the chaos is tempting. As Savannah herself said during a recent podcast episode, "Sometimes it feels like my life is a Lifetime movie, but without the happy ending." Yet, fans have mixed opinions. While some argue she should keep things private, others believe she could use the platform to bring awareness to the gaps in the justice system and to highlight the trauma survivors face even after their attackers are released. Julie Chrisley weighs in from prison. Perhaps the most unexpected reaction came from Julie Chrisley, Savannah's mother, currently serving time at Federal Medical Center Lexington. Through a monitored video call, Julie reportedly told Savannah, "You need to protect yourself first. I know you love him, but this is your life. Be smart." Julie's words are reportedly ringing in Savannah's ears as she considers her next steps, including whether to stay with Nate. Can love survive this? According to insiders, Nate has been incredibly protective of Savannah and is even considering relocating to another state for a fresh start. He's terrified that Juliet will find a loophole or that she'll manipulate someone again, the insider shared. He's lived this nightmare once. He doesn't want to go through it again, and certainly doesn't want Savannah pulled into it. But there's tension. Sources close to the couple say Savannah has questioned why Nate didn't tell her more details about Juliet's past when they first started dating. She thought she knew everything. But now, every new piece of information feels like a betrayal, a friend disclosed. Still, Nate reportedly insists that his silence was out of trauma, not secrecy. He just wanted to live, love, and move on, the friend added. Juliet's next move. As for Juliet Marks, she's due to be released within the week. Her attorney claims she's deeply remorseful and has been undergoing intensive therapy behind bars. She's a different person, her lawyer stated in a press conference. She wants a second chance. But not everyone is buying it. Victims' rights groups are furious over the bail decision, and Savannah's fans have launched an online petition demanding that the judge reconsider. It has already amassed over 100,000 signatures in less than 24 hours. A security detail and a hidden agenda. In response to the public outcry, Savannah's team has reportedly hired private security and relocated her temporarily. She's not taking any chances, one of her podcast producers shared. She's got her dogs, her close circle, and a plan. Still, insiders worry that Juliet's release might bring more than just psychological torment. It could unleash media frenzy, paparazzi chases, and even potential danger. She's a walking headline now, the producer added. And unfortunately, that means everyone wants a piece of her pain. Final thoughts. This isn't the life I signed up for. In a heartfelt Instagram story posted at 3 a.m., Savannah shared a quiet video of her holding Nate's hand in the dark.